Okay, so I'm bringing this bowl up. I've made a flat bottom for my cap, and I have a round shape, so I think I want this cap to be rounded too. And I'm going to end up putting a little swirl in it, which is going to be fun. But see how I'm rounding it? And I would like a lot of the width to be at the top. I don't want this to be real tall, so I can tell already I'm going to need to take some off. So I'm going to, you know, the height of this is going to be up under the cap, so I need to know what that is so that my cap is a little bit taller so that it sits down on the pot. And I can tell I've got more than 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to take some of that off, and I'm going to start to choke this in to fit my caliper measurement. I like the thickness of this. I want the thick rim, the rim weight of this right here on the top of my cap to match the rim weight of my base. That's just a sign of throwing with excellence, and I challenge you to that. So my caliper measurement is the outside diameter where it's going to sit on my bottle. So now I need a caliper measurement of this inside measurement so that I get the inside measurement right for this piece. And I'm taking that measurement now. There it is. And you can tell I've got to come out just a smidge. It's not a lot. So I'm just going to shape while I do. And out a smidge. Let's see how that is. Even a little more. I'm going to put a swirl in it, so I don't want to get this too thin. I'll move some of this clay down and get that curve right in here that I like. Notice how slowly my wheel's going and my rate of pull so that I can be very precision about what I'm doing here. You don't have to have your wheel flying all the time. As a matter of fact, it just kind of keeps you a little bit crazy wondering what's going on. Slow your wheel down. Really get your rate of pull right and pay close attention to what you're creating. Let's see what this measurement's like now. I get to open it up just a little bit. So I'm going to swirl it first and then open it up. So in the same way that I swirled the body of this pot, I'm going to go from here to right before the flange and put a subtle swirl in here so I get my wheel going quickly, and up I go to there. So I don't like that one. It's hard edged. So I'm going to take it back out. You can do that. As long as you have enough clay to work with, you get lots of chances. If you're paper thin, you don't. But I'm not paper thin. I'm just compressing that swirl back into my finger on the inside. About gotten rid of it. There we go. Now I'm going to look again at my measurement. Don't forget to keep checking your measurement when you're tweaking things. It needs to come out just a little bit, but I'm not going to have it completely right because I need to fix it after my swirl. So I'm going to do this again. I'm going to use a wet sponge on my pinky this time and try to get a softer edge. There we go. That's feeling better to me. A softer edge on my swirl here. Okay, somewhere up under here, I got to cut my lid off. Do it again. Set up a pull right there, and up I go again and inward. Now that's interesting, but it's getting really tall. So I'm going to shorten it a little bit. I'm moving that clay downward. You're like, well, this is fussy. Yeah, but it's worth it. Okay, so now I'm going to cut a little bit off of here so I'm not way too tall and catch center a little lower. Right there maybe. Catching center, once you get used to it, is not that hard. Just hold center with your fingers and force the clay into that place, just like when you're centering clay. I'm pushing down a little bit more so I can thicken this rim up a touch. There it is. It's going around perfectly right in here, and right here. Now I got to check my measurement. Whole thing needs to come out a smidge, so I'm just going to compress it out like that. Soften this up just a little bit right in here, and we'll just evaluate how does this look. I'm going up under my cap right there. Check my measurement one more time. This is fun, you guys. Make one pot and 4 caps, and you're going to find one you love. Open it up a little bit more. Holding center. And a little bit more. There we go. Almost. I think I can do this with a shammy now and make my subtle adjustment holding center. Out just a smidge. Let's see what we have on this one. I'm going to throw 2. Oh, I'm open too far, so a slight choke in with a little push down so that my rim is the same weight as the rim on my bottle. And eureka! I'm there. So make sure you have center right here and center right at the top, or you will have an ovaled out warped lid. I'm going to come down and taper inward, inward, inward. I'm going to push this outside clay below my lid down. Inward a little bit more so I don't have a whole lot that I have to work with to cut this off. Yeah, I think I'm liking this. I'm going to cut it off now. Holding it taut, sliding across, torch it a little bit, and we'll put it on the pot and see what we think. And if we don't like it, guess what? We'll make another one. And see in white, I'm going to pop this off, turn it over like that. Set this off to the side and bring my pot back over